The original idea, when Phil invited me here, I remember he said that the date would be in late March, and I said, well, that's fine because the primaries will certainly be over by then. I mean, I said, we expect everything to end on February 5th, Super Tuesday, and if it really stretched out beyond all human imagining, we may have a vote that's important on March the 4th, but it's got to be over by then. And after March 4th, we will then go through this 8-month period we always have in every election, where the only story is who's going to be the vice president. And so every news medium is competing with every other news medium to try to be the first to figure out who the nominee is going to pick for vice president. And it's kind of a boring story, but it goes on for quite a while. Well, here we are in the middle of everything, waiting for some important states like North Carolina to vote. I was in Pennsylvania last week, and like you here, they there can't believe their good fortune. They're actually making a difference. We have our Election Express bus parked in front of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and it's really a tourist attraction right up there with the Rocky statue. All the tourists come by and they take their picture in front of our bus and in front of the Rocky statue, and I've even posed with Rocky because, you know, they're all interested in the election. They bang on the door. They want to know who's going to win the nomination. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to tell you that tonight. I will tell you this, however, anyone who knows who the Democratic nominee is going to be is grossly misinformed because nobody knows. It's wide open, and we'll see what happens here in North Carolina and Pennsylvania and in all these other crucial states. As Phil indicated, my career has been something of a straight line descent. I started out in academia, then I spent some years at the LA Times, Atlantic Monthly in print journalism, then I descended into broadcasting. I suppose the next step, if it's not the gutter, will be blogging or something. But it has been a kind of steady deterioration, I guess. But I've been through a lot in journalism. Phil and I both have. As he indicated, we met in 1968. And everybody who says to me, isn't this the most bitter, divisive, nasty Democratic contest you've ever seen? I can say, no, I saw 1968. And that was, you know, that was Hubert Humphrey and Eugene McCarthy and Bobby Kennedy, and that was pretty nasty. And that was pretty tough, and there was a war. Well, there's a war going on now, but then there was student violence and racial violence and a very, very bitter campaign, and of course, even 1980 between Kennedy and Carter. Well, this is pretty nasty, and it's getting nastier by the day, and we don't know where it is all going to end up. My job at CNN, I'm a political analyst. I'm supposed to explain the eternal mysteries of American politics to our audience. Some of them I don't understand. I'll give you a mystery that I cannot explain. Here it is. Hollywood, as we all know, is a nest of liberals and Democrats. Everybody knows that. Then why is it that every person who's run for political office from Hollywood is a Republican? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronald Reagan, George Murphy, Fred Grandy, Sonny Bono. They're all Republicans. I can't think of a Democrat, an actor, a Democrat, who's run for political office out of Hollywood. I remember asking that once on a television show I was on with Al Sharpton, and he said it's because the Democrats are good actors and they can make a living at it. The Republicans are terrible actors and they have to follow another career. Well, that's one of the eternal mysteries that I have to try to explain. But as I said, my beat is the American people. I was hired in part to analyze and interpret the polls, although I'm not and I never have been a pollster. My job is not simply to report the numbers, but to try to figure out what they mean.